The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got a man. It's Clark. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Soft spot in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Raiola. That's reeled in, it's Ross. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Throw toward the sidelines is caught, but he caught it out of bounds. It's incomplete. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Cornhuskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback moving. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Second down, he'll throw it. intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parker. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
Well, you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Leads it with the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to Johnson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of 1, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here in Iowa between the 1st and 2nd quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the 2nd quarter. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Quick completion on the out. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On
run to attempt to try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for space. It's Patterson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed in the middle, it's Patterson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, he put his team in great position. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Offense in a bunch formation. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in his offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers that'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Under fire. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quickly to the tight end. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're really starting threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the corner. Powers through the defender. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught over the middle. It's Patterson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Finds his man. It's Bonner.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive in the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Iowa! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Trying to bully their way in. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. A strike downfield. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Turning it on. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Blasted as he lets it go. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska! Well, they got the touchdown, and the quarterback also had snot bubbles the size of his fist coming out of his nose after that hit.
Yeah, and you don't want to take too many of those shots. You got the touchdown, but the offensive line, obviously, a little bit more protection would be good. But in the end, touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Finding open areas. Got enough for the 1st. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires toward the target. He makes the catch. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, better look out. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Hawkeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They run the reverse. Spins away from the defender. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like box. Calling reverse and trickeration. And it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, 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 and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse. Here comes the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The give from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Right back to him on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hauls it in. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. Snags it over the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. So, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Clark. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Clark. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Sweet cut there. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Hawkeye! We found some open space and turned on the Jets. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. QB draw. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.